It's the pre-4th of July comedy show, Friday, July 3rd at Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall. Earthquake.
I don't trust no airline say they're gonna take me across country for just $49.
Tony Roberts.
We try dancing up apple bottom jeans with the boot.
Michael Blackson.
There's an African booty scratcher, please get.
Coco Brown.
Now, if you a grown woman in here and don't know how to cook, kill yourself.
And Young Stu. Get your tickets now.
Welcome back to the Prez Show. It's your boy Veeaye for Prez right now. Got a pleasure to have my homie in the building, the young man Sosa.
Sosa 412, ODH repping.
Yeah, I like when you throw your Twitter name out there. That's what's up.
Sosa 412, follow me.
You know what I mean? So, I slack in that, man. Yeah. I'm terrible at it. I don't cool, even man. Say it sometimes, yo. But you know what I'm saying? A lot of people may not know exactly who Sosa is, so I want you actually to tell people a little bit about where you come from.
Well, you know, like I said in the little intro, it's your boy Sosa 412. I'm repping for my team ODH, which is overly dedicated hustle. I've been out here for like about 3 years. Actually, Veeaye seen me come up because, you know, we kind of started around the same time, like grinding around the same period of time.
Yeah.
He's the first person that put me on the blog, but just one of the many gems in the city that ain't getting a lot of crazy attention, but you know, I'm still grinding behind the scenes, you know, still putting them numbers up, still putting in work, you know.
Yeah.
My time gonna come to shine, but for right now, we in the trenches.
Yeah, for sure, man. So, what do you think needs to happen for Sosa to come outside these trenches, man?
Definitely, I gotta, you know, it's been more important than me to handle business. Like, I see a lot of people, like, within my, you know, my city and, you know, my group of people that, you know, put out a lot of music and stuff, and I see what they doing, and that's cool. But one thing I've been taking advantage of is working behind the scenes, you know, making sure stuff is copyrighted, make sure, you know, I'm working with the right people, make sure, you know, I'm stacking my bread so my budget is nice so I could travel.
Right.
You know, everything behind the scenes I'm handling, so, you know, I'm getting ready for the summer. You know, I got a new EP coming out at the end of the month called Give to the Streets. And, you know, I'm getting I got a little bit wiser. You know, I started out when I was about 17, 18, and now I'm 22 now. So it's like I'm kind of getting a little bit more business oriented.
What do you think you learned so far in the past 3 years?
You definitely got to make sure you vibing with the right people. You got to make sure you got the right type of people around you. You got to make sure you got, like I said, you got to have people around you that inspire you to be better than what you are. Don't have yes men around you, and definitely stack your bread up, stack your money, you know, because times get hard out here. You know, there's a lot of opportunities that, you know, come up, and, you know, you might not have the bread to take that trip, so you might have to work a couple hours, you know, get on your grind, sell some mixtapes or something. So it's definitely managing my money better and, you know, just making sure I'm with the right people and making the right type of music.
Yeah.
Just not rushing my music, making sure it's right on point.
Let me ask you, like, what makes you think you're the gift to the streets?
I feel like I'm the gift to the streets because, you know, I represent, not like when people was like, what do you mean by gift to the streets? I'm like, it's not me saying like I'm some type of street dude or, you know, it's just me. I just want to show y'all like I'm a gift. Like, I'm on my grind. I'm doing stuff the right way. You know, ultimately I'm doing stuff the legit way. You know, I grind every day, whether it's at work or in the studio or just behind the scenes, you know, working with my team and stuff. So it's like, it's my model to show people that just because you're an underdog don't mean you can't shine just like the big dogs in the city.
Yeah. So, like, when you say, like the big dogs in the city, who are the big dogs in your mind?
You know, like the big, you know, like people like anybody that's a little bit more relevant than me right now. You know, I'm pretty sure everybody knows, you know, the name. Anybody that's a little bit more relevant than me right now. Okay. I want to show that, you know, I'm on my grind too. I'm on my grind too, just like them, and just show them what they expect from me as an artist. You know, it's my introduction once again, kind of like when Luda did, you know, back for the first time. I feel like, you know, I was in a group. Yeah. I was in Berg Music for a little bit, for a year, and I learned a lot through that process. So it's like, it's kind of me getting back out here again. It's like, it's kind of me reintroducing myself, you know, Sosa the artist.
All right, cool. So one thing I definitely want to ask you, man, like, you did a track called the Letter to Arthur Pitt.
Yes, sir.
Now I saw when you was doing it, you was doing a lot of campaigning for this track.
Definitely.
Like you know, you had a whole Instagram for, you had a dope cover art by the girl Jessica Khalifa. She's dope with her with the work. Definitely, it was a dope joint. Like, when I listened to the track, when I saw you put it out, when I listened to it, I feel like it wasn't Sosa. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel Sosa in that. You know what I mean? Because I remember you use Ghetto Symphony is one of my favorite joints.
Yeah, that was definitely.
You know what I mean? And I looked at the letter Arthur Pitt was more or less like a Hail Mary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how did he get back to you about the joint? And people don't know who Arthur Pitt is. Just get your head out your ass.
He actually
that's the man over at Washington Records.
We spoke a lot of times about he hit me up on Twitter. He let me know he was vibing out. So I remember the night that it dropped. I had a show that same night, so it dropped that very same. It was Black Friday. I was performing at Proud to Be Local. So when he tweeted it out, I was like, it was right before my set, and I get on my I got hop on my Twitter and I seen that he tweeted it out, and I was like. He's like, does this deserve more spins? And, there's a lot of people that, you know what I'm saying, was kind of saying, who's this dude? Or you only saying you like this song because your name's in it. But he told me on, like, several occasions, like, he really vibed with it. Even when we was getting through the process of it, putting it out. Because that song was way back. Like, I could say that song was being put together way back as early as August of 2014. So it didn't initially come out. It really almost didn't happen, because of all the stuff that had happened with the squad and stuff. But it's like me and T1, like that was like something that we came together. We put all the stuff to the side and we put out something that I thought was really dope. He got the attention of it. He checked it out a couple times. He even though I ain't never get a chance to really get back to him yet, he even told me he would when I shot the video, even though video was pretty much shot, he's like, I'll come out to the video shoot. So it's like. Yeah. It wasn't me just saying like, oh, I'm trying to get signed to Rostrum, or it was just showing them like there's an underdog out here. It's me using that brain. Yeah. A lot of people when you're doing music releases, ultimately you should show like your thought process in it. You can't just throw out songs blindly. You got to show what you was going through at the moment. Obviously the lyrics, and just you got to have a business mind with it.
Yeah. So I mean, you say that he said he wouldn't be in the video.
Yeah.
Did he ever come out to the?
Oh no, we never got him to get out to the video. I really never got to get a chance to get back to him. But I definitely appreciate that somebody of his caliber checked out my music. And it was crazy because around that same time, Rob Markman tweeted out that he checked it out. Oh, okay. And I really look up to Rob Markman. I think he's a dope, just like you. He's a dope up-and-coming hip-hop journalist. He's definitely for the culture. So it's like to see somebody like him and already check it out, it was like that made my year. Even though I know I got so much more to do, it's like it's dope to see somebody actually check it out.
Checking your joints out. Yeah, man. Like I said, when I saw it was like, this is a Hail Mary. And I look at you like, this is my little bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, if someone told me, yo, this is what Sosa's doing, I'd be like, yo, why is he doing that? Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I feel like you got bars and you don't need to throw that Hail Mary pass. Yeah. But the fact that they even checked it and also tweeted it out, because that's another thing I peeped. A lot of people in the scene that have a name don't do that. You know what I mean? They don't throw out, say, hey, Sosa's hot, check him out. You know what I mean? And they may have a voice. They may not even be like a radio personality or even a blogger or whatever. Yeah. They're just a person in the scene that people look up to for whatever reason. You know what I mean? They got a lot of followers or whatever. But they don't do a lot of support. You feel like it's a lot of that going on in Pittsburgh?
There is to like a certain extent. One thing I learned is you can't expect everybody, even in your own hometown or your own city, you can't expect everybody to support you. But that can't be something that makes you stop. If this is really your dream and this is really your grind and what you do every day, you should definitely, just keep working. Because eventually you're going to get them cosigns. Eventually you're going to get that big buzz that you've been always been hoping for. But like I said, like I'm really in the trenches right now. Like I'm really grinding. This is what I love to do. This is what I want to ultimately do for the rest of my life. Not just being a rapper. Yeah. Anything that involves music, I definitely want to be a part of for my life. So it's like I feel like there's not a lot of support in Pittsburgh, but a lot of people, one thing is a lot of people don't focus on the support that they do get. People will get a fan. Or they'll get like somebody will check your song out, or somebody might tweet your song out and say they bang with you and stuff, and people don't even take the time to thank them. Yeah. A lot of people just feel like stuff should be given to them. I feel like nothing should ever be given to you. Nothing's ever you got to work for what you get. Right. Like I remember when we was younger, your moms or your pops used to say, "Look, this is a privilege. You don't have to have this. Yeah. But this is a privilege." And I feel like a lot of people feel like they deserve something and they ain't really putting in no work yet. People was out here dropping songs and they only promote it for 2 weeks and then it's on to the next song. Then it's on to the next song and it's on to the next song. How's you really want people to believe in you when you might not believe in yourself?
Okay. We're gonna be right back. All right, with my man Sosa, because I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that point you just made about how people drop music and keep moving. All right, so we right back here with the Prez Show live.
It's the pre-4th of July comedy show, Friday, July 3rd, at Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall. Earthquake.
I don't trust no airline say they're gonna take me cause punching you just $49.
Tony Roberts.
We try dancing up apple bottom jeans with the boot.
Michael Blackson.
There's an African booty scratcher, please get.
Coco Brown.
Now, if you a grown woman in here and don't know how to cook, kill yourself.
And Young Stu. Get your tickets now.
Yo, welcome back. It's your boy Veeaye Prez right now. To my man Sosa, man. You brought that point up about how people drop music, because a lot of people do this. They get a song, they're excited about the song, they drop the song, they've been hype about it, and then a week later, or even 2 weeks later, they got another new song.
Yeah.
And the first song they just put out,
It's hot.
it's hot, but now my attention is now split with another song.
Mm-hmm.
Some people say it's giving the audience what they want. That's more music, more, because like consumers like give me more of the social media days, like more
Yeah.
content, more content. Like, what's your take on that?
One thing that I learned, just ultimately going from, I was one of those artists before. I made those mistakes before. Like, I used to be a type of dude that when I was on the come up, I was dropping. That's why I think my 2013 was so big, and that's where I kind of got my name out a little bit. I was dropping so much songs, but it's like, if you really just take a look at the industry right now, dudes is out here blowing off one song. Not saying that should be your models to success, but dudes is really out here blowing off one song. You got somebody like Future, the Common song.
Yeah.
That song was around for a minute. He's really starting to get that real big exposure off it because he's not dropping. I even follow a group on Instagram called Cool America. I don't know if y'all ever heard of them.
Yeah.
And they got this song called Make Some Shake.
Yeah.
And it's like, I ain't really bang with it at first, but I just noticed they're signed to, Alliance Music Group. They pushing that shit 24/7.
Yeah.
Like they in the streets, they hitting these different cities, hitting spring break, 50,000 CDs in the trunk. And they push and Make Some Shake. And that's why they're popping off. People really checking out their mixtape, No Taxes too, because they're really out here pushing it. They in the streets, going hard. They just ain't behind a computer screen. They just ain't, I hear a lot of people say, oh man, how you my mans and you can't tweet out my link? I mean, why do you feel as if, ultimately you gotta realize that's your career.
Right.
Your mans can't hold your hand. Just like as you get older, your moms can't hold your hand no more. When you turn 18, you become a man.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like a lot of these dudes just, put out a lot of music. I respect the ones that, do push their music, got to go hard with it. But one of my processes is when I drop a song, it's to the point where now I got a marketing plan down. I sit down, I got a notebook now. I took it back to the Berg Music days, bought me a notebook.
Yeah.
And I got my own directory now. I got at least 30 to 40 stations that I wrote down myself that I submit my music to. I got at least 30 to 40 sites that I write down and submit my music to. I got different people that I hit up for interviews and stuff, just build my own schedule. And this is all stuff that I'm doing with, ultimately, like I said, I have a manager, but it's like I understand that my manager, she has her own brand, Fly Forever Productions.
Yeah.
So, she's working hard every day to get her brand out there too. So out of respect for her and showing her that I'm serious and showing her that I work hard just like she works hard, I'm going to put the extra effort. If she sends an opportunity my way, best believe I'm going to have that email or that phone call out the same day. Ain't going to be 2-3 days. Oh, I'm going to go to sleep, wake up, do it the next day. No, we getting that stuff out that day. Somebody call her up, because there's been a couple times the last couple of weeks where somebody might call her up that if I send an inquiry out, people might call her. She'd be like, oh, call them people back. I'll call them right back. It's like you got to have a whole strategy how you going to push your stuff, because a lot of people put out so many mixtapes and so many songs, and what they don't realize is you might put out 10 mixtapes, and there might be one song on 10 of them. There might be, out of them 10 mixtapes, there might be one song that stands out. And if you really would have took that same hustle and dedication that you had with the mixtape releases as you did to push that song, you would be out here way more.
Yeah.
It's just stuff that I'm observing. You just gotta believe. You gotta believe in your music. I feel like sometimes if you push a video for 2 weeks, if you satisfied for 500 views, that's cool. That's cool if you satisfied with 500. Like I said, Letter Off the Pick got almost 1,200 listens. I'm not satisfied with that.
Yeah.
I just dropped a song right now, ODH Freestyle. One of my favorite songs I got out right now, 356 listens. You think I'm satisfied with that? Nope.
So my thing is, man, like these listens and views, I'm gonna be honest with you, they don't really add up to a hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't.
They don't really.
It's all about how you hustle. Because a song with 100 views could get out. All it takes is one for the right ear to hear it. All it takes is nowadays. All it takes is if you hear it on Instagram or Vine or something, it's over. I mean, that song might have 100 listens. Like there's dudes out here with 50, 60,000 plays. That's cool. You know, there's dudes out here locally 50, 60,000 plays. But it's like the views is only going to take you so far. How you really market yourself and how you get your hustle on is how you going to push yourself. Maybe you got to hit up CD Baby and get some download cards and pass them out to everybody in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I always, one thing me and Sid always say is people will get their hustle on to get AFIs and bottles and all that stuff, go stand in line for some tennis shoes, but they can't have the same grind with their music. That's too hard for them. It's too hard to hit somebody up like Jay Connor from POPGH and get 100 CDs made for 100. Or, you know what I'm saying? Hit him up and get some flyers made. People make that type of stuff hard, but the stuff that doesn't matter to their career, they always put the effort in. If like I tell niggas all the time, if you want to eat, you going to eat. If you want some pussy, you going to go get some pussy. You got to have that same drive and ambition with your music.
Boy, my man in here is preaching right now, boy. I'm telling you, listen. I want to talk about the scrap thing, man. Like, Mr. Scrap. He put on Facebook like a month ago, he said, y'all need to start paying attention to local artists. This guy like, Sosa or Chris Oden, put your name out there, is out here doing this thing. The only thing Statement Records would do is slow you down. Like when he put that out there, because it was like almost like giving your props, but he took something back at the same time. So how you feel about
one thing? I don't take nothing from that. I didn't take no offense from one thing I can say about Scrap and Hollywood. Ultimately, because Holly, me and Hollywood, we from the same neighborhood. She's definitely. I look up to her. She's somebody like from my neighborhood that I could see has definitely become successful. Both of them equally is somebody that has become successful in the city. I've did so many shows with Hollywood. I've did so many shows with Scrap, and they seen me like come up. And I remember I did a show back in December, the Battle for Your Buck, and I won that contest. And it was crazy because that was the first show I did with no vocals. Like I did the G Unit. It's crazy because I did the G Unit showcase maybe 2 weeks before, and this dude named Kojo, he's a dope artist from out the DMV area. He won, and the dude from G Unit, Tony G, he hopped on stage and he said, I'm gonna give y'all some words of wisdom why Kojo won. Kojo wasn't the one on stage with 100 people on stage, trying to think he had the BET Awards. Kojo showed up and he did what he did, but this is one of the main reasons why he won. He had a TV track. I never knew what a TV track was to that day. He said a TV track is basically, that's a track that you go on live. Basically, with the instrumental and stuff, like you go on TV or something. Yeah. So I said, that inspired me. Like I remember they said, I think the prizes was $150 in a Puma slot or you get $350 in cash. My mind was already made up. I didn't even care about the 150, but I wanted the Puma slot. I wanted to perform at the Pumas this year. So, I went out there, did my thing, got the crowd into it. And, Scrap came up to me after the performance. He's like, that was dope. He was like, and I felt good because it's like, I look up to somebody like Scrap. Scrap is like, I look up to somebody like him. He's like a big brother. He really out here making moves, trying to do stuff locally. So when he said something like, Statement Rex was only slowing you back, I don't take it as like a jab or nothing. It's just him saying that, look, I know what type I was in your position as a young dude. I'm older now, and now I got he built his brand from the ground up, and I think he noticed that I'm doing the same thing. Like, a lot of people out here is just chasing deals and stuff, but it's more than deals to me. Like, you get a record deal, anybody can get a record deal nowadays. It's evident in the scene every day. But who's really going to be around 10, 20 years from now? You look at somebody like Jay-Z. He took his music. None of his music is on streaming sites no more. He took it off. He got it on his own stuff. People that signed up for his streaming site, his stuff is on theirs. They took their music off. It's all about power. It's all. People say it's all about money, but like I said, it's all about money. But to me, it's about like power and respect. Somebody like Jay, he got a lot of power. He's basically showing you. Look, I ain't got a record deal. I'm doing this. I'm to the point where, like I said, ain't nobody gonna eat off me no more. It's all money in. Ain't nobody gonna eat off me. Ain't nobody gonna penny pinch me. I'ma just get out here and get on my grind and get this money. And I look at his business model and, so many others. It don't even got to be a Jay-Z. It could be somebody like a Mr. Scrap or somebody like a Hollywood. Yeah. To see somebody locally like them to have their own businesses, doing their thing out here, that's definitely that's inspiring to me. That's what's up, man. I'm glad you had that chance to actually talk to Scrap because I've been seeing it. I've
been there from the genesis of it. Yeah. So it's different. I look at it differently than everybody else look at it.
And it's crazy because we never even had a conversation like. We never even really had a conversation about anything about, me getting on Statement Records. And it's just to see somebody in the scene with the respect that he has and the grind and the hard work he's putting over the last, 20-something years he's been in the game to really show you that. It made me feel good. It's like, and it's crazy because I'm waking up in the morning. Seeing this stuff. Like, you on your way to work, like, damn, like, you got a chip on your shoulder, right? Because, like I said, I'm real. One thing I can say is I'm not really out there with my music. I'm out there with my music, but I kind of keep it to myself for real. Yeah. Not keep it to myself. I share it with the people that I would like to share it with. Because there's people out here in Pittsburgh, like we just talking about out there. People will shoot your dreams down. People will tell you ain't shit. Right. But it's cool. Like I said, it's cool though. Like I said, one thing I'm doing right now, I'm just making moves behind the scenes. Like I said, I'm booking my own shows. I'm booking my own interviews. Putting together my own little schedule. Me and Sid is putting together a schedule. Like I said, we got a team, so we all working right now. Me, Sid, Lex, Guala, like them is names that you're gonna hear in the near future. Like we just grinding from the bottom. We just some youngins grinding from the bottom. We all under 25. We all under 25. We all young right now, so it's like we just on the grind. We ain't waiting for nobody to do nothing for us. We gonna do it ourselves, and if we mess up, we gonna keep doing it. We gonna keep doing it. Practice makes perfect.
Definitely, man. Like I already know how the grind go. You know what I'm saying? I see you all the time doing it. So I just want to say is, man, just stay positive. Stay with it. And also, like, hey, whenever you get that chance, man, definitely do that freestyle. You know what I mean? Because people look for that. You know what I mean? Your showmanship on stage is definitely something to check out. Definitely. So, you know what I'm saying? For Pittsburgh artists in general. Now, you making moves to New York. You know what I'm saying? You definitely want to keep doing that. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's a good thing to branch out.
Yeah, I just had an interview. I had an interview out there in Brooklyn. It was on a Hip Hop Renaissance show. Yeah. Salute to my man Picasso. They showed me mad love out there. And then it's crazy because like 2 weeks later, I got another opportunity. I'm going back out there in May, from the 7th to the 9th. I'm gonna be a guest on this show called the Raw Radio Show. Okay. So the homie J Raw, I was talking to him and stuff. I got my music on his site, and then I seen him put out something. One thing I do at work is if I see an opportunity at work, the great thing about iPhones, you can screenshot that shit real quick. So I might have a phone full of I just deleted all the screenshots out of my phone. I probably had at least 700 screenshots, and they was all just stuff that I might see on a daily. Stuff that you might see in the Facebook music groups. People got to utilize them Facebook music groups too, because it ain't just posting links. Like if you see a station, like if I see a radio station that got an email, I'm gonna send my music to them. Yeah. If I see a radio host, if I see a producer, I'm gonna be like, look, I'm gonna hit them up and be like, look, here go my email, send me your price sheet. I never ask nobody for nothing for free, because like I said, ultimately you're not deserved anything. A man deserves to get compensation just like you. So you should. One thing I always do, producers, rappers, whatever. Send me your price sheet. If it's up to my standards, if it's up to my, my financial obligations, I'll definitely work with you. If not, I'm gonna keep that bond with you. My paper is right. I'm gonna work with you. So definitely. It's definitely just like I said, it's hard doing a lot of stuff on your own. But like I said, I'm built for this. I've been built for it since 2012. Like I said, even before I was in music, I was a grinder. So it's people make it hard, but it's you gotta go hard. Period. Yeah. You gotta get these shows. You gotta get these. You gotta get the right shows. You gotta get this exposure. You got to work with the right type of people. Like I said, 3 years later, we still grinding. We still, look where you at. Yeah. Look where we started right in this building. This is right in this building.
Don't tell people where we be at, man. I don't want them coming from. But nah, man, definitely appreciate you coming down, bro. Yeah. Definitely want to let you know, man, keep doing your thing. You know what I mean? And just keep killing them, man. Just keep it going, all right? Definitely. I'll see you in a minute. We right back, yo. It's the Prez Show.
Decisions I have chosen, the realest ever spoken. Deliver like a poet, this city.
It's the pre-4th of July comedy show, Friday, July 3rd at Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall. Earthquake.
I don't trust no airline say they're gonna take me cause punching you just $49.
Tony Roberts.
You try dancing up apple bottom jeans with the
Michael Blackson.
As an African booty scratcher, please get
Coco Brown.
Yeah, if you a grown woman in here and don't know how to cook, kill yourself.
And Young Stu. Get your tickets now